What's up, DJ Tech Tools fans? I'm ill.Gates, and I am an audio video artist from San Francisco, California. I travel the world doing sets in which I DJ my own original music and video edits that I've made for each of the tracks using Serato. And then I also do finger drumming and Ableton live performances, either on top of the DJ performance or as a separate performance with its own camera. And I switch over to a camera feed that goes to the screens so that everyone can see my hands making music in real time. By having live things happen on video, it really helps to kind of like let people know that DJs are more than dudes who just hit play on other people's music and collect money. I use this Vestax VCI controller as the backbone of my setup, and that is because it can control Serato, and Serato and Ableton can share a sound card. Bridge doesn't work in Serato DJ, but Ableton and Serato can share a sound card without fighting. So Serato and a video software plugin called Mix Emergency, which is vastly superior to Serato Video, those serve as the audio video backbone of the set, and then Ableton is running in the background, and I don't ever actually have to look at it because I've mapped everything that I need onto these controllers. I've just brought it up on the other screen so people can see what's going on. This is a MIDI Fighter Twister. It's a fantastic controller, and I use that to basically handle all of the functions that are either not covered in Serato or can't be covered by a MIDI Fighter 3D because it has a very specific function. So I'll do volume, and I have this other rack called the Far Away rack that is basically high pass, low pass, and a little bit of reverb. I use that to get things sitting in the mix. Like often if you have scratches playing, the scratches can be a bit forceful sounding over your mix, and it's nice to back them off a little bit. So I use the Far Away knob, so check it out. Ew. 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 So that allows you to kind of balance things over top of the rest of the mix. Then I've got like high pass and low pass as you'd expect, as well as a few other effects like a delay, you know. Very useful. And then this has a kind of stop effect that I made with a beat repeat, which is really good if you're ending a build up or something. You know, people need to be told when they should dance. So you do a riser and then press that, and that'll leave your riser nicely and let people know that they should dance now and not later. And then I also have it controlling some of the video features in Mix Emergency, such as switching back and forth between the live camera and my VJ setup. To change sound packs, I use the bank side buttons on the MIDI Fighter and the MIDI Fighter 3D and the MIDI Fighter Twister. Typically, I don't need more than 8 sound packs to do a 1-hour set. It would start to get a bit indulgent to have like 8 finger drumming performances in a set. Very excited to be doing my first batch of official DJ Tech Tools sound packs. I learned from Mad Zach, so a lot of the fingering is the same, but where Mad Zach likes the MIDI Fighter in a diamond shape, I tried to put the MIDI Fighter square again so that people who are maybe using a machine or an MPD or a trigger finger or whatever can still enjoy the sound packs. I also wanted to open it up for people who are left-handed and for people who like two-handed playing styles, because not everybody likes to play drums with their one hand. So I moved the snare drums to these two, second row up, outside, left, and right. The reason why there's 2 is to allow for the right hand and the left hand to play the same beat with the same fingering. Right? Very, very useful. Another thing that this allows you to do is to double up, which is good for playing styles where maybe the left hand is playing on the offbeats. right? Very, very useful. Also, you can do rolls like that. Now, other things that I do in my Soundpacks that are a little bit differently is I do a lot of choke groups. And choke groups make it so that one sound mutes another sound or another group of sounds. So many of my new Soundpacks will have a loop or a piece of a song that you can start with the bottom left button. Now, many of the buttons on the right will stop things. That spin back, most of my Soundpacks will have a spin back or a wind down in it that serve as just kind of your get out of jail free card. So you can be like, oh my God, stop these loops. And then also a lot of my chord sounds will be stopped by the snare on the right, but not by the snare on the left, which allows you to do different playing styles like this. Etc., etc., right? But you can mute with that snare or not mute with the other snare. Very, very useful, allows you to kind of switch things up a lot. And then usually in my Soundpacks, I'll have the rewind mute everything. So you can go back and forth between different loops or different parts of the song or whatever. I thought that stuff was all pretty useful. Another thing that I think people are going to be excited about is, you might have noticed that the hi-hats in that Soundpack were repeating when I wasn't touching the MIDI fighter. Well, I've figured out a system for doing double time hi-hats that I think people are really going to like, where when you tap a pad, you get one sound, and when you hold it, you get another. So tap it, right? It's almost like dribbling a basketball. So you can be like, right? But you can also, maybe you don't want to dribble the basketball. Maybe you just want it to be a flat sound. Well, then you hold it. So you can get or. And then likewise here on this pad, I got several options as well. If you hold it, you get a roll. If you tap it, you get less of a roll or a single hit. And if you tap it really quick, you get a camera shutter. So you can really get a lot of mileage out of different sounds like that. And it really opens up a lot of other playing styles, because when you're not just pounding hi-hats the whole time, you can play in a much more relaxed fashion and really think about where you are in the piece while you're playing. So I think that, we'll probably do another video that will go a little bit more into depth, but that's some of the new features that I invented in the new Soundpacks. All right, so thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you can make the most of the insights that I've presented here for you today. Big up to all those who are doing audio video setups and all the finger drummers out there. You people are awesome. Please come by the illmethodology.com and help yourself to a free download. And if you are not signed up for the DJ Tech Tools newsletter, you need to sign up for that right away. Keep up to date with all the news, and most importantly, free Soundpacks. So yes, keep an eye out, everybody. Can't wait to drop the new Soundpacks on you. Got lots of tunes coming, lots of live shows. Hopefully I'll see you at a gig sometime and we can swap high fives or share a beer. Much love. See you next time. Peace.